Warning, this video contains leaks and possible spoilers for the map Classified and also some gameplay elements from Black Ops 4 Zombies. If you don't want anything ruined and you don't want anything spoiled, make sure to leave the video now. What's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and yesterday a leak came out about Classified as well as some gameplay elements for Black Ops 4 Zombies. Now, I want to make sure with Activision that it was okay if I made a video about this, and they said it was. So anyways, guys, let's get right into the info. So we're going to start off with the gameplay. Now, I have not read anything. All I heard was that supposedly Jug is not included within the game, which is pretty interesting. So the first detail says double pack-a-punch returns. So obviously in Black Ops 3 Zombies, we had Thunderwall, Turned, Blast Furnace, Deadwire, and Fireworks. So it's going to be interesting to see if we get any more alternate ammo types, but it should be pretty interesting to see. I know a lot of high round players really enjoyed it, some didn't, and that's understandable. It says despite using the perk system that the Chaos maps use, the Aether maps use perk machines, not god statues. So perk machines are coming back. That's really no surprise. It says perks and the order in which they are present in the map are assigned on a per player basis. So I believe how it works is each player can pick the 4 perks that they want, which is pretty interesting. So let's get into the new perks. The first one is called Bloodlust / Death Wish. It says upon losing the last of your health, you're given a second chance and buffs. Has a cooldown, so there's a cooldown time and it looks like you get right back up maybe or something like that. The next one is Defensive Tortoise. If your player has equipped the buildable shield, they are protected on all sides. An explosive blast is created upon the shield being destroyed. So this one definitely sounds really good, that you are protected in all like areas if you have a shield. So that's probably going to be one that I feel like a lot of people will use. The next one is Stronghold. Creates a defensive zone around the player while shooting. So while you're shooting, you have a pretty defensive zone, I guess, which sounds pretty cool. The next one is Widow's Wall. Similar to Widow's Wine, taking damage activates a defensive explosion which freezes zombies to charge before cooldown. So basically you have 2 charges and then there's a cooldown time. I like how there's cooldown times because it makes it so all these different abilities are not overpowered. The next one is Perception. See zombies through walls and receive an indicator on screen when a zombie is approaching from another direction. So that one sounds really good as well, possibly for like higher rounds or something like that. The next one is PhD Slider, which I did not think they're gonna have, but it says, do I really need to explain? Must be charged by sliding before it can be used. So I wonder if this is going to also have complete explosive damage like reduction, so you don't get any explosive damage at all. I'm going to be curious to use that one as well. Next is Bandolier. Carry more reserve ammo, so you get extra magazines and stuff, which is really good. The next one is Time Slip. Decrease cooldown on time on equipment, perks, and teleporters. So that's pretty good. It allows for faster cooldowns, which is always nice. So this one is new Elixirs and it says Gobblegum Replacement. The first one is called Unknown. Teleport to a downed teammate. Wow, that is actually a really good one if I do say so myself. That sounds awesome. The next one is Control Z. Nearby zombies become allies and attack hostile zombies. So I guess that gives you a little layer of protection. And last but not least is called Unknown again, and obviously the names are just not known yet. And it says drop points for teammates to pick up. So that's going to be kind of like it was in World War II, where you can drop points. Now next is Talisman Modifiers, or Talisman Modifiers. The first one is start with certain perks. The next one is never lose the perk equipped in the X slot. The next one is mystery box guarantees, and it also says that there's 30 plus more. So these seem like abilities that you can get up for like ranking up, and you can actually pick which one you want. That makes sense. Now these also may just be the consumables that you get for, you know, the consumable system that's going to be in place in Black Ops 4, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Next is special weapons. It says the katana, the DG5, the flamethrower, and the death machine increase in strength as zombies are killed using them. So I believe this is for each of the characters. Obviously Takeo is going to have the katana, the DG5 is probably Richthofen, the flamethrower is most likely Nikolai, and then the death machine is most likely Dempsey. That's just going off what they've used in the past in previous trailers and whatnot. Next is special weapons are used to grant the player armor. The Juggernog perk is seemingly removed. So that sounds pretty interesting. I guess they're going to be using armor and a different I don't know how I feel about that. A different health system. So that should be pretty interesting. And next it says operator weapon mods from multiplayer are usable in zombies. So obviously if you level up a gun and you have the weapon mods from multiplayer, you can use them in zombies. I know there's a lot of different ones. Some of them give more ammo, higher damage, better headshot multiplier, and all that sort of thing, and they just add and make that weapon like so much better. So it kind of is giving an incentive if you play multiplayer and get these weapon mods. So that definitely sounds really interesting. Next is throwable equipment. It says grenade, Semtex, Molotov, acid grenade, fire grenade, deployable turret, and more. So the acid grenades were actually in Blackout. They're very, very rare, and obviously we also were able to use Semtex, regular grenades, Molotovs, and all that sort of thing. So that should be really, really interesting, guys. And that is basically all of the gameplay elements. So now it's time to actually talk about the classified stuff. So the classified loading screen features Samantha Maxis. So that definitely is really, really interesting. I wonder what time period this is going to take place in. It says the layout of classified is similar to that of 5. However, there are multiple new and updated rooms, as well as an entirely new Pack-a-Punch area. All right, that sounds pretty interesting. That piques my interest because obviously I figured that since Blood of the Dead has a brand new name, they're obviously adding new stuff. So I figured classified was also going to do the same as well. So spawn. Nearby is the first new room where a teleporter and the first perk machine can be found. Increased debris. So there's probably going to be a lot of like rubble like we've seen in previous zombie maps that are kind of just like littered everywhere. So that makes sense. Next is the war room. New wall by weapons. Second perk machine. A large globe with red shining lights can be found on the ceiling, an area which is locked via keypad that requires a code for entry, and a new server room featuring a mystery box, teleporter, and a piece of a buildable trap. So as you guys may or may not remember, on 5 there was buildables for the traps. There was 2 electric traps they had to actually build, and you had to get the switches for them. It was the first buildable traps ever in zombies, so that sounds pretty interesting. Now the lab, there's buildable parts for the shield, traps, and power switch. So it looks like you have to build power, you have to build traps, which is no surprise, and also there's a shield as well that we can build. So that's awesome that shields are going to be returning. It's probably going to be on every single map in Black Ops 4 Zombies, just like it was in previous, like Black Ops 3. Every map had a shield except for Doris or the Giant. So that's definitely really, really awesome. So for Pack-a-Punch, it says where the Pack-a-Punch machine was located in 5 is now a buildable part, which is used to amplify the teleporter and take you to the new Pack-a-Punch location, which is cluttered with debris. So there's a brand new Pack-a-Punch location. It may or may not be on the classified map. It may be somewhere completely different. Like, it'd be really cool to teleport to a different location, but we really don't know yet. It says alongside Hellhounds, Nova Crawlers return. Nova Gas negates player movement more than the original. So if you guys don't remember, like in Zombies Chronicles on like Kino, the really annoying Nova Crawlers, their gas was awful. So it's probably about the same as it was on Kino, which is really interesting. And it does not look like the Pentagon Thief is returning because it says alongside Hellhounds. So they're going to be the special round, which is really, really interesting. I kind of wish that the Pentagon Thief was returning. We'll have to wait and see about that. Maybe it's some sort of story going along with that. It says writing can be found on the walls of Classified. One of them says die to find the truth, and the other one says Richthofen is the key. So that's pretty interesting. And also it says monitors around the map show iconic locations from the Aether storyline, such as Ascension, Moon, the MPD, zombies, and Richtofen himself. TVs also show the location of the mystery box and sometimes an Illuminati symbol. So that's all the information that we have today for classified and some also gameplay elements for Black Ops 4 Zombies. But I want to know what you guys think of this down below. Now, once again, I enjoy making news videos. I wasn't really expecting to make a leaks video, but I wanted to make sure it was okay. So that's why it's a little bit late. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.